Now there are other some terminologies with respect to the Kushan administration. Now why am I emphasizing this? Because many a times in UPSC preliminary examination, this kinds of concepts or the terminologies comes for the match the following, or they give the word and you have to analyze to which dynasty or to which empire it is related to. Okay, so here the superintendent of the construction would be called as a Navakarmika, the one who constructs the new construction, new infrastructure is known as the Navakarmika. Okay, the actors were known as the Shilaka. Okay, the carpenters, Vadhaki, the perfumers, Gandhika, the goldsmiths, Swarnakara, the clothmaker, the Praavarakara, and the jewelers were also known as the Manikara. So you will find many of the movies on this Manikara, Swarnakara, Gandhika. Okay, so these are the words that are used in these movies. Okay, so you can take it as a hint so that you can remember it during the preliminary examinations. Okay, so this was a period when we had the huge impact on the cultural activities also, especially with respect to art and architecture. So the first impact was the Gandhara art. Okay, and the second was the Mathura art. So let us see what is Gandhara art. Okay, so again see the images. Here are the Hellenistic features, the curly hairs, okay, the rounded hairs, okay, the bulgy eyes. Okay, see the pointed nose, it is like coming out like a parrot. Okay, it is coming out and it is having a very solid tip. Okay, so these are some of the Hellenistic features. Okay, now see the color of the stone. Okay, the color is somewhat grayish, and here the source of the stone is the gray schist. Okay, and stucco. Okay, so see the color of the sculptures also. Okay, and see the way they are draping their dresses. Okay, it is completely the impact of the Roman and the Greek architecture on this images. Okay, see this image. Okay, now this is completely the impact. Okay, this is the completely impact of the Roman god. So the Roman gods wear such kind of dresses. Okay, so Buddha never wore in this way. Okay, or he never styled in this way, but it is the Roman god who would be wearing in this way. So complete styling, hair styling, okay, and the dress styling would be majorly the influence of the Roman and the Greek people. Okay, so it is synthesis of the Greek and the Indian traditions. Okay, so if we see, it's Buddha. Okay, but Buddha is wearing the clothes in the very Greek and Roman style. Okay, so it is a mixture of India and the Greek sculpture or the art and architecture. Okay, so let's see the next art, that is Mathura art. Now here the major difference is the Gandhara art started from the 1st century and it continued for the evolution up till the 7th century. Okay, and the Mathura art was followed after the 2nd century. That is when the Mathura would be getting prominence. Now Mathura got the prominence only during the Kushana period. Okay, or especially higher prominence during the Kushana period. So here you will find that the major of the art and culture would be dwell in the Mathura city. Okay, so here the Mathura art came to be known. Okay, so here you will find that it is done in the Indian perspective. If you see the Gandhara art, it is majorly Roman and Greek effect. But here you will see the Vishnu. Okay, the what we call it as a shankha. Okay, so this shankha is in the hand of the image or the idol. Okay, so see here it is again the Buddha, but it is having the gada in the hand. Okay, then after that the chakra. Okay, so everything or everywhere you will find the prominence of Lord Vishnu. Okay, Lord Vishnu. Okay, and that is why we call this art as the Mathura art, because you see the history, the epical history talks about the Mahabharata, and during the Mahabharata we see that the Krishna lived in Mathura region. So here, who was Krishna? Krishna was an second face of Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, right? So that is why you will see in Mathura, whatever the art that would be developed, it would be having the Vishnu incarnation in every of the idol. Okay, like for example, here are cows. Okay, after that there would be gopikas. Okay, after that here it is Brahma. Okay, here it is Shiva. Okay, so here this is the difference between the Gandhara and the Mathura art. Okay, here the Hinduism values would be included in this sculptures, where here in the Gandhara art you will find no single Hindu element over here. Okay, and here you will find the Hindu elements with the Buddhist elements. Okay, so this was the Mathura art. Okay, so here we conclude our post-Mauryan period. Okay, after this we would be starting, or we would be moving towards the emergence of the Gupta period. Okay, so stay connected, and we would be also solving all of the questions, okay, that are occurred in the UPSC preliminary examination. Okay, but we would be having a separate session on it. You just stay along with the story. Okay.